Okay, I'll go first this time. Shape-shifting, you can shape-shift into a bubble. Okay?
Like,
yes, that kind of a bubble. So, and just as fragile.
That's lame.
I'm thinking, there was a lot of lame things I could have picked from, but a bubble was just, I'm like, you're almost more vulnerable now.
You really are.
And think about it this way.
So if it pops, are you dead?
Probably.
Well, that seems rather harmful to a person.
But, I mean, shape-shifting itself into a bubble isn't self-harming.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the risks involved with it.
Yeah.
Plus, if you think about it, if you were to stretch yourself to the shape of a bubble, you'd be like the size of a house. So, in a difficult situation, if they had any kind of anything to throw at you, you would be a huge target.
Yeah. We need to hurry up. We're going long.
Oh, this might be an extended edition episode.
2-part.
Yeah. Okay. Flight, what did you put for stipulation on flight?
My stipulation on flight is you can only use it while you're in an airplane.
Use in an airplane.
Yep.
We're not going to explain how that works with the radioactivity. Wow, that is...
So you can only basically fly if you're already flying.
That's pretty lame.
I do like that one.
I like that. So, indestructibility, your little toe. That's it. Your little toe's indestructible.
Kick a lot of good stuff.
Well, I was trying to think of something less practical, like eyeballs. No, because actually having indestructible eyeballs would be pretty useful.
That'd be nice.
Well as ears or anything on the face would be very nice to have indestructible.
Indestructible right
I thought pinky, but actually an indestructible pinky is more practical than a little toe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't my best one, but, it's still pretty useless to have an indestructible little toe.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, speak foreign languages. You can speak any foreign language except for the language of the country you're in. So if I go to China, I can speak any language except Chinese.
I could still think of some practical uses for that.
Yeah, but it still makes it lame.
I mean, you could get a job in America, can speak Spanish, French, Japanese, Chinese.
In America, it's a very practical thing still.
Or tourism countries. I mean, it'd still be
But
practical.
as a superhero, thinking world traveling to save the world. And stuff,
as a superhero, it's already a lame power. See, it's like, well, okay, you've decreased it, but you haven't made it all that much more lame than the fact you have it in the first place.
It'd still be cool to be able to speak any language. Anyway,
that's
your
true.
next one.
Okay, can talk to animals provided it's an anglerfish.
You skipped one.
Oh wait,
Change
no.
temperature.
Sorry, can change temperature of a substance with mind waves 1 degree.
At a time or period?
What? No, they take all your energy to change it 1 degree. You'd have to expend
I can do
energy.
that now. This table's now 1 degree warmer where my hand was.
But that's not with your mind. We're just sitting here, you're not touching the table. You're like, okay, this table is warmer. Which, that has practical usages when you're, something's at 31 degrees and it's starting to freeze. And you're like, no, don't freeze. But I can't think of much else.
Well, they could have used it a lot in National Treasure, where they have to raise the temperature by like one maybe 2 degrees of the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's real practical.
So if you're committing heat-sensitive crimes, it's your good superhero power.
Oh, look, I lowered my body temperature by 1 degree. Maybe they won't detect me with their heat sensors.
That's right.
But, yeah, so that's the stipulation I put on that.
Okay, what's my next one? Super strength. You only have super strength while you are touching a rabbit.
Wow, touching... Okay, once again... I can think of ways you could make that work.
I was going to say it's only effective against rabbits, but then all the animal lovers out there would have...
I'm thinking, you just strap a rabbit around your neck. I mean, you rip the rabbit off, you've taken his strength away as a superhero, but I could so see a rabbit wearing a superhero with super strength. He looked lame.
Yes, but you'd be known as Rabbit Man.
There's nothing wrong with that. Rabbits are cool.
You never owned a rabbit. All you rabbit owners out there, you know what happens if you don't pick them up by the ears. You know.
You can kill it. You can stipulate it has to be a live rabbit.
I'm stipulating that now.
Okay.
While touching a live rabbit.
No, you put that stipulation out there. Okay. My next one can talk to animals, provides an anglerfish. Now, I wanted to throw this one out there because everyone who's taken marine biology knows the anglerfish live in the deepest part of the ocean. Well, that's going to cause some serious problems because you don't have gills with this ability. You can just talk to anglerfish. I literally can't think of any practical use for this. Okay, once again, this is my lamest superhero ability, but I think I made it pretty lame based on that stipulation.
Yeah. Not bad. Alright, my next one. Mind reading, which is one of my better ones.
Admittedly, yes.
You're gonna... Yeah, this is a good one. You can only read your own mind.
Well, I can perform self-psychology. Is this really even considered a superhero ability?
Yes, it is.
Why would you have troubles reading your own mind?
Well, no, you can.
But that's not a superhero ability.
I can't read my own mind. I can only think.
Oh, so you get reverb.
Exactly.
Now you've gone into the part of, having multiple personality disorder. Only it's your own personality you're reading.
See, that's it. Schizophrenics. They're actually superheroes.
Well, I guess if they're watching this, we're sorry. Sort of.
Alright.
Okay, well, okay, yeah, that might get a high one from me. Okay, can phase through objects 1/4 of an inch thick. That's, yeah.
Bring on the paper!
I'm like, okay, so you could use this for parlor tricks, which they still probably won't be too impressed with. Watch this, guys, this paper's falling. Whoa, I put my hand through it. Okay. So...
I mean, you can use it for, like, curtains. Because curtains are just too hard to move.
Oh, yeah. Let me feel through the curtain if there's anyone hiding there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Phase through objects 1/4 of an inch thick. Okay, I want to hear the stipulation you put on this last one.
On water bending.
Yep.
Alright, the stipulation is you can only bend water that you've drank. While it's in your body.
No, you... water that you drank?
Yeah.
So, in other words, the water you spit out of your mouth would be fine.
Yeah, you could bend your spit.
You could bend your spit. So, I mean, you could win spitting contest. I think that our most cool abilities actually are some of our more lame ones.
Well, that's good.
Admittedly.
Those are going to get the higher scores then.
Those are definitely going to rank at the top of our list. Okay, so we're going to rank these.
Yeah.
Can shapeshift into a bubble.
As far as lameness goes, I'm going to give that a 7.
7.
No, make that an 8. Make that an 8.
Yeah.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I'm actually gonna even play with you 8. That's pretty... I'm like, that's pretty miserable.
Right.
Okay, flight.
You can only fly in an airplane.
At the same time, it would be cool just so you could be like, hey guys, look what I can do.
But there's no use for
But there's no...
You could perform magic shows on planes.
I'm gonna give that like a 7.
I'll give that a 7 too.
That's just...
I like, yeah.
Indestructible little toe.
I'm only gonna give that a 4 because it's still gonna be fantastic to have a part of your body that's indestructible. Any part.
Yeah. And I'm like, there's probably some martial arts training you could come up with where you could fight people primarily hitting them with your little toe. So I'm gonna rank this at probably about 5 actually, but it's still pretty suffering pretty good. Can speak any foreign language except the language of the country you're in. I mean, you... like I said, this is one of those ones that was pretty lame to start with. But I could have thought of, like, some very... You kept with any, which I'm very happy with. You didn't, like, stipulate out of your any.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy with you for staying in that. I'm probably going to give that one a 4, though. just because there's so many practical uses for it, for the fact that you can speak foreign languages.
You could become a foreign language teacher and make tons.
Yeah,
But yeah,
isn't
the
it massive?
superhero power, it's
Once again, it's already a lame superhero power, so you didn't make it much more lame.
I'll go with a 4 on that as well.
It's like, greetings, citizens, except I can't call you citizens. I mean, you'd still have angry mobs after you, I guess. Okay, can change temperature of a substance with mind waves 1 degree.
That's pretty darn lame.
Yeah,
I'll give that a 6.
I'm going with 7, 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Super strength while touching a rabbit. I'm gonna give that.
It's just so random.
Give that 7. I don't know. I always feel it deserves a 6 though, because I can still think of so many practical ways you could make that work.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not saying you can just wear a rabbit's foot or something. I mean, you've got to be holding a live rabbit.
I'd make a rabbit my sidekick. I'd train rabbits.
Well, you can go with a 6. That's fine.
I'm not to bash it. I'm just like, I'm still thinking of lots of ways I'd make that work.
Yeah, I just think with you have to touch a rabbit. Most people don't like touching rabbits. Rabbits are nasty to touch.
Soft. I like rabbits.
You don't have a rabbit.
Check. Rabbits are cute.
I'm gonna give that a 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Can talk to animals provided it's English.
I'll give that an 8.
Okay. I'm actually going with a 6 on this one.
You don't think it's that?
I mean, I'd wonder what an anglerfish is thinking.
Well, you do that.
Yeah.
Mind reading.
Mind reading your own mind. That one's gonna earn my hate.
I've got to give that I'm gonna make that my 9. I think that's taking one of the best superhero powers and making it just worthless.
Yeah, that's that's pretty high up there. Can phase through objects 1/4 of an inch thick. I'm sorry, I really did like what I did to that.
See, I still think it'd be awesome to be able to do that.
I think it would be awesome.
Because there's quite a bit of stuff that's 1/4 of an inch thick.
I just can't think of any.
I'm gonna give that a 5.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm probably gonna give that 8.
Okay.
Just because I can't. I'm like, you're going from being able to phase through any object to, oh look, I can stick my hand through a piece of the first layer of drywall, which actually I think is just a bit more than a 4th even.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think about 4.
Yeah.
I can feel the inside of your phone, man. Probably get electrocuted if you did that. That'd be a bad idea. Don't do that. Right, sorry, we're running out of room. So water bidding got 6 from each of us. As per much of the update.
Water that you drank. That's about it. So we'll tally these. We'll put it on the comment or like a fact check.
You're gonna see the scores.
Right
Maybe
here,
we'll make a list right now. See, there's a list.
Wow, how about that? I won!
No, actually, I think you lost.
No, it says right there. I won. See, right here. Josh
Just because you're
won.
editing this. Okay, so we're gonna check the list. We had some real doozies in here. Some of these actually got pretty interesting. We'll see how it turns out, and you'll get to see that.
Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. And that'll do it for tonight.
Yeah, watch our next video. See ya.
Bye.